in the news.
Operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission have arrested the former governor of Akwa Ibom State, Udom Emmanuel, for alleged 700 billion naira fraud. Emmanuel was arrested after he honored an invitation of the Efcc to answer allegations of money laundering and diversion of funds preferred against him by the Network Against Corruption and Trafficking. The petitioner alleged that Emmanuel received 3 trillion naira from the Federation account in 8 years, but left a debt profile of 500 billion naira and unpaid ongoing projects worth 300 billion naira. He was also alleged to be unable to account for 700 billion naira. The EFCC's investigations are ongoing, with Emmanuel being grilled by operatives. President Bola Tinubu has approved Samsudeen Ogunjimi as the new Accountant General of the Federation after a rigorous selection process. Reports say his appointment takes effect from the 7th of March 2025, the same day the incumbent Oluwatoyin Madehin will retire. Ogunjimi, 57, was first named as Madehin's successor last December. Ogunjimi graduated from the University of Nigeria, Nsukka in 1990 with a Bachelor of Science in Accountancy. He also obtained a Master's in Accounting and Finance from the University of Lagos. He is a Fellow of the Institute of Chartered Accountants of Nigeria and the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. On the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump says Ukraine's President Zelensky had told him Kiev was ready for talks with Russia and finalization of a U.S. minerals deal days after a White House clash. Zelensky had said he wanted to make things right with Trump after the verbal clash at the White House. In the Oval Office, the Vice President J.D. Vance accused Zelensky of being ungrateful for U.S. assistance, and Trump berated the wartime leaders not having cards to play.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
You're in no position to dictate what we're going to feel.
Zelensky left without signing an agreement pushed by Trump for the United States to secure control over Ukrainian minerals resources. Meantime, President Trump has said the U.S. economy is set to experience some disturbances from tariffs as trade tensions fled after he imposed sweeping levies on Mexico, Canada and China. Trump's address to a joint session of Congress came after he pushed forth with tariffs hikes on the 3 countries over illegal immigration and drug trafficking. This attracted a sharp reaction from Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, and retaliatory levies China responded to with countermeasures, while Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum similarly promised pushback. Earlier Tuesday, a furious Trudeau accused Trump of trying to cause the collapse of Canada's economy to make it easier for the United States to annex his country. A look at sports now, as veteran forward Ahmed Musa has been called up to the Super Eagles squad for the 2026 must-win World Cup qualifiers against Rwanda and Zimbabwe. Ahmed Musa returns to the team after almost a year of absence. The Kano Pillars player was named in the 39-man provisional squad, which included the familiar, the new faces and forgotten. You'd recall that Musa, who is Nigeria's highest goal scorer at the World Cup and the team's captain, was on the side that featured for the Super Eagles when they clinched silver at the Africa Cup of Nations AFCON early last year. In entertainment, Funke Akindele's latest blockbuster, Everybody Loves Jennifer, has cemented its place in Nollywood history, breaking records with an incredible 1.88 billion naira at the Nigerian box office. The film, which continues the legacy of the beloved Jennifer franchise, dominated cinemas week after week, securing the #1 spot for 7 consecutive weekends and becoming one of the highest-grossing Nollywood films ever. Since its release, Everybody Loves Jennifer has drawn massive audiences, delivering an outstanding performance at the box office. With this achievement, Funke Akindele further solidifies her status as Nollywood's most bankable filmmaker. Everybody Loves Jennifer follows the success of her previous films like Battle on Booker Street and Omo Ghetto, the saga, which also shattered records.
That's the news.